Most people who start forex trading first lose their money. It's not because the market is rigged. It's because of fewer beginner mistakes that everyone fall into. I am ICEKID FX and I've been learning forex seriously. And in this video, I'll try to explain why beginners lose so you can avoid it. So number one, let's talk about over trading. Most beginners think and see the market in a different way. They just want to trade according to the trend that they are seeing. If they see a bullish momentum, they start buying. If they see a bearish momentum, they start doing what? They start selling, right? Which is the biggest mistake in forex trading, because you got have a setup. You need to have a strategy. This is where you start entering from, and this is where you start executing your trades. That's why most beginners just feel as though being clicking, buying, and selling is a way of them identifying themselves as forex traders. Just seeming busy doing all that, bro, that does not help you anything. You don't have to start making more trades and thinking you will win more, right? Those are the few mistakes that people keep on repeating and thinking as though Forex is a scam. It's not actually a scam, it's just you scamming yourself, right? And the other thing, most beginners is no risk management. When we talk about no risk management, we talk about this is the place that makes you survive Forex trading. Because you got to understand Forex trading in this way, right? Forex trading is just not a career, or it's just not a skill, right? But you have to know that forex trading, it's a long journey, it's a long run race, right? What do we mean by this? We mean it's a race that does not end, right? So whoever just survives in that trade is the one who sees any results they wanted to see, right? So you have to think about this way. Forex trading, we don't trade to make money, but we trade to utilize the capital. We trade to make sure our capital, we don't lose or we don't get out of the game, right? So the most people who see their results are the people who stay long enough in the market, right? Rather than new beginners who just come and lose and blow your accounts and start leaving and look for another day, try to save in and then put more money. So when we talk about no risk management, we mean most beginners, they don't know what they're willing to risk in a trade. You find themselves making more trades. They find themselves making bigger trades. You find themselves losing more money because they're trying to risk more, thinking they'll win more. But let me tell you this, if you risk too much money, it's just a way of you losing it way fast. It's not the way of you making it way more, right? That's the biggest mistake that beginners keep on struggling with, right? Trading without a stop loss. You have to know that's really dangerous. And if I'm talking about risk management, I'm also referring to myself because I've been through that stage. I've been through thinking as though, what if I just put more trades so I can win more money? So my expectations were just to win more, right? We just to win more, to make cash, to win fast money, right? And that was a trap. And that's also a trap in Forex market. And I've seen people repeating one and the same thing because these same small mistakes, when you start trading and when you continue with them without you changing, I guarantee you'll never see a successful you in your life, right? Until you change that point, you will become who you want to be, right? Because Forex trading, I'm telling you, if you're still having these mistakes, it will humble you in a good way that you will have to fix it before you see whatever you want to see. Because if you don't fix it, you will see as though they cased you, bro. I'm telling you. I'm talking from experience, and I still make other mistakes when I'm talking about risk management. Even now, I still struggle with other certain stuff, but I figured it out, right? And I'm telling every beginner to never, ever, ever avoid risk management. If you are trading an account, make sure you know what you're willing to lose. You calculate before you enter a trade. You know what you're willing to make, and you know yourself in that market. And the other thing is trading with emotions. Yo, this is the most bigger thing I've seen. Every trader, even now profitable traders, are still repeating this trading with emotions, which is the very bad thing to do as a forex trader or any other trader, right? So when we talk about emotions, we highly mean something like trading with without you controlling yourself. I've seen people winning thousands of dollars. I've seen people winning from 10,000 to back to negative. zero, and being in a negative, in a loss, and you start complaining that Forex is rigged. No, bro, you're just trading with emotions. Some people, they have seen their profits and they have seen that they can win. Instead of them just executing that trade and take that trade and count it as a day, right? They trade with their emotions, with their desires. And if they lose like that, they start saying, no, you know what? Let me try to make another trade so I can what reverse or I can win back my money, right? You're trading with emotions, bro. You're trading with you can never make it in forex market as long as you're trading with your emotions. You feel as though you have to be right and the market has to be wrong. It does not work that way, bro. It does not work that way. So guys, I'm speaking from experience, and emotion part is something that really hurts most people. Even today's life, even most traders, even now, they're still struggling with emotions. I still struggle with emotions too myself. Because of emotions, I lost my trade. I lost my account. I lost my 50K funded account. Why? Because of my emotions. I thought as though, no, you know what? I have to get this payout. But not knowing, that's not me saying. That's my emotions. My emotions just want quick money and have fun, right? So those small mistakes, as long as you keep leveling up with those small mistakes, I guarantee you, no matter what you do, no matter whatever, however you learn, however, whoever teaches you Forex, whatever courses you can buy, I guarantee you, you will just never make it if you are skipping these five most important mistakes that every beginner makes. And I've learned this in about 3 years, but I'm telling you guys, in only one day. Another thing, we have unrealistic expectations. What do we mean? Most beginners who start forex trading, or who intend to start forex trading, is because they see some gurus on social media saying, no, I made 10,000 K in just less than a week. I made 10,000 K in just less than a month, right? And they end up feeling those vibes, thinking they'll be in the same way, but they don't know those actually people, they just do that for content creation, for you to just watch it, and for them to just get engagement, right? They don't literally tell you nothing. They don't real tell you the consequences of whatever happens in forex trading. They just lie to you. They post their screenshots, you believe their screenshots, you believe their 10,000, you believe their 100,000, and you believe it. That's what makes most beginners start even forex trading. If you ask most beginners, why did you start forex trading? What are your goals? What are your desires? What's your purpose for you to start forex trading? They won't tell you all that. They won't answer any questions. The only thing that comes in their mind is money, fast money, right? Because they are seeing all these gurus not telling them the truth. They don't have a person who's telling them the consequences of it. So forex, it's just not a skill, right? But it's something that you're willing to do, and your expectations for it, right? But most beginners have those unrealistic expectations. All they think is quick money, quick cash, like have the financial freedom in just less than 24 hours. Just, you cannot do that, bro. You cannot do that. You can never do that. It's more like you're telling me you can feed an animal in one day and making it fat, right? You can't. That's insane, bro. You gotta learn. There's a process for anything. There's a process, baby steps at each and every time, right? Until you make it, right? It's just not something that happens 24 hours, bro. That's not what it is. So if you're a new beginner, I would like you to ask yourself why you're studying forex trading. Why do you want to start forex trading? What's the reason behind you starting forex trading? What's your goal? What's the purpose for you starting forex trading? I'm telling you, if you answer this question, you ask yourself, why am I doing that? If you ask yourself that question and you truly answer it honestly, not because of the cash, but honestly speaking, if you really truly want to learn that skill, you will go through hard times, you will pass through a lot. And these are the most things that I'm just telling you, so you can try to avoid it. If you try to avoid it as early as possible, you can make it in forex trading in less than years. because most of traders, they'll tell you, no, I've been trading for the past few years, for the past 5 years. This is the year I'm being successful, right? It's because they never found anyone telling them the truth. They just run into the trap. And if you run in that trap where you're just seeing the gurus telling you the fake money, fake screenshots, you will end up like them. You will end up blowing more accounts and more. You will never fix yourself until you realize what's wrong with you, and then that's when you can. Lastly, we have copying others. What do we mean? We mean most beginners tend to join Telegram groups, and those groups sending them signals, them thinking as though they're making a perfect entries or perfect trades, which is absolutely wrong. You have to make your own strategy, and in case everything goes wrong, you don't panic, because the most beginners, if they're into a Telegram channel and they are sending them signals, they follow those signals, and if anything goes wrong, they start to panic, which affects their mental health. So be focused, learn your own strategy. Forex is not a lottery, okay? Be patient.